Hello viewers, I'm Khalil Ahmed. We are going to talk about the trade relations, the bilateral relations between Pakistan and South Korea. Nowadays, particularly, we see that there is dire need to enhance the exports as far as Pakistan is concerned. So, what must be done in terms of the enhancement of bilateral trade between Pakistan and South Korea? We're going to talk about it. So, for that, I am joined by the Consul General of South Korea in Karachi, Mr. Kim, and with him will be a renowned businessman of Pakistan, Mr. Farooq Afzal. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kim.
Thank you for your
Farooq
invitation.
Saab, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So let's get started with the trade relations between Pakistan and South Korea. The exports from South Korea to Pakistan are around $1.3 billion, whereas exports from Pakistan to South Korea are less than $300 million. And as far as the bilateral relations are concerned, they are quite congenial. So how could the trade be further enhanced?
So I can say the bilateral relations between two countries has a very important turning point this year. We are going to celebrate the 40th anniversary of diplomatic ties between two countries. As you have mentioned, in spite of this economic and business cooperation between two countries, unfortunately today, the trade volume between two countries is not so good, far from our expectation. It is sure. But so as you mentioned, trade volume of 2021 between two countries 1.87 billion US dollars, and last year trade volume of between two countries 1.65 billion US dollars. But the trade volume was reduced, so it is not so good. But as we mentioned, it is very important to enhance the bilateral business relations and economic relations between two countries. I can say in this case we have some the free trade agreement can be a weapon for enhancing bilateral relations. But our Korean country has until now 52 free trade agreements with other countries.
So free trade agreement is something which we should look at. And for example, as far as the global trade of Korea is concerned, it is more than $1,300 billion. So there's plenty of potential. So what are the Pakistani manufacturers, business community individuals doing to ensure that they export more to South Korea?
Actually, my dear friend, the problem with Pakistan business community is that they are less far-sighted. They don't have vision, actually. I always say that our business community, they are not businessmen, they're not entrepreneurs, actually. They are shopkeepers. You see, you need to have a very good vision and a far-sighted vision, I would say that, to enhance not only your exports but your productions as well. Unfortunately, the business community of Pakistan, they do not keep them abreast with the advanced technology. They just want to make money out of the whatever the old machines they have, the old the mentality they have. Korea is like $2.4 trillion consumer GDP market size.
It's a tech economy.
It's a tech economy, right? And they have like 42,000 PPP per capita income. And unfortunately, the Pakistani business community, they look only towards West, US and the European community, and they do not go here and there. They feel more comfortable working with the European community and the US, but they are losing the market which we have in Korea, and it's all because of the lack of awareness. They do not visit Korea frequently. They must go there. They must understand the market norms, and they must meet the people there. Korea have invested a lot of money in Pakistan. You see,
since you talked about the visit, I think that's quite a valid point.
Yeah.
And if we see South Korea, like EPS program, particularly business community individuals have been visiting, and there are plenty of opportunities. Pakistani skilled workforce have, like plenty of individuals have been going there, and they are still working there are around 3,200 plus students learning in universities of South Korea. So, as far as employment opportunities for the skilled workforce of Pakistanis are concerned, in terms of quota, is there any like kind of planning to increase the quota for the Pakistani skilled workforce?
So it is not so easy to now here to mention about to mention quota of the Pakistani workers in Korea. And so then our government in this case will will take into consideration. But now in Korea, about 13,000 Pakistani people are working in Korean factories and Korean other field. So I think your Pakistani people is really is a good making good contribution to our Korean economy, because our Korean society we have a little worker shortages. Because of that, your Pakistani people is really is making great contribution to our Korean economy. And as you mentioned, in Korea, about 1,300 Pakistani young scientists, young students, they are studying in Korean very high-level academic institutions. And I'm sure they can also, after study, they can also make great contribution to your development of your society.
So there is skilled force of person.
I'm really proud of that.
Thank you so much. And folks, as far as the free trade agreement is concerned, Pakistan has signed free trade agreement with a couple of countries. We talk about China, Sri Lanka, Malaysia. So how beneficial would it be as far as South Korea is concerned? And as far as the conversation, the talks, the discourse is concerned, it is there as far as the business community is concerned. So how do you see it?
Well, I think that would be a game changer for the exports of Pakistan, because Korea is really a very good market for us. They are more concerned about having the quality products. Look at their products which they make. I mean, look at the Samsung, their cars and everything. They are competing with all the international, motor vehicles in the world. Actually,
Very nicely mentioned.
Very nicely.
Samsung, one company contributes more than 20% to the GDP of the country.
Exactly. And if you look at the quality, I mean, they actually really they've beaten this iPhone in the international market. Because of the quality, and one time they surpassed the sales of the sales volume of Samsung then over this iPhone actually. So the thing is, if there is I think that FTA, this would be really great for Pakistani exporters, I think. And because we will be able to export our traditional products, like textiles, leather, surgical goods, sports goods, the rice and other stuff. And Korea, they need all these products. And we have a great potential. I mean, of course, because the buying power is too good of Korea. If you look at the buying power. At the same time, of course, the Korea's technology is very good. They are very good at metallurgy. They are making ships. They are making all kind of motor vehicles, spare parts, and everything. So if we have this kind of FTA where we have a duty advantage, getting things out of Korea, and and exporting our traditional products to Korea, and even in the services, you see the IT products, IT, there's no duty, it's service actually, but we can export our skilled workers in IT actually to Korea, because Korea lacks the skilled workers, and for that what we need from Korea is
that's a very valid point.
We need vocational institute from Korea. If they can make vocation, how good they are in education. 80% of their population is graduate, bachelor. Can you imagine? 80% of the population, am I right?
Yes, right.
Yeah. So look at the education standard they have. And we need to have vocational institutes from Korea. They can train people here from Pakistan and then export from Pakistan to Korea as per their needs.
I concur with you. That is quite a valid point.
Yeah.
Valid point, as he mentioned, that Korea's population is around 52 million, whereas Pakistan 220, or to be precise, 240 million. So the transfer of technology and skilled workforce, how could Korea help Pakistani skilled workforce or semi-skilled workforce, or the people actually who want to hone their skills?
So I can say here in Pakistan, in this IT Karachi, so IT park in Karachi, so now is on first stage, initial stage by our Korean EDSF fund. And so I'm sure the Pakistani's IT sector is very strong, very great demand and potential, I think. And so our Korean IT sector is wonderful, very strong, and powerhouse in Korea, IT sector. Only because of that, I can say between two countries in IT sector we have great potential of cooperation. And if a IT park in Karachi can be completed, in this case, our Korean IT companies can make investment in Karachi. I'm sure our Korean medium-sized and small and medium-sized IT companies and startup companies really in Korea very strong. They have a great interest in investment in foreign countries. Because of that, here IT park in Karachi is is great potential for our Korean investment with economic cooperation, I'm sure. And additionally, so regarding FTA, free trade agreement, I just want to mention. Okay, so I'm sure in the future between two countries, free trade agreement must be concluded. It is much better for the mutual economic cooperation and enhancement of business cooperation. But now, unfortunately, in Korea, the share of our Korean export to your country is only 0.2%. Very low, but at bottom. And so, because of that, for the discussion of free trade agreement, many factors and circumstances must take into consideration. And so, it is my private opinion. It takes time, and it is not a little difficult question. So it takes time.
I
Sure.
understand.
But anyway, when there's a free trade agreement, it's necessary. It's for both countries. I'm sure.
To conclude, briefly, if you both could tell me in a line that how do you see the relationship of Pakistan 5 years down the road? 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road.
So I'm sure between two countries, the relationship between two countries must be enhanced, and must be thriving. And I'm sure, as a diplomat, I'm thinking. So I'm sure, very optimistic.
Mr. Farooq.
Well, same here. Actually, it all depends. I understand that if in next couple of years we are able to sign this FTA, and this would definitely, increase not our bilateral, diplomatic and political relationship. And I look forward. Honestly speaking, I see great potential in both the countries once we sit together, and because now the time is to attain the economic goals. It's not only the political, it's not only the the diplomatic. It's economic. Actually, it's economical goals now.
That's right.
For which we have to work, and I look forward for that.
It was really wonderful talking to both of you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching.